Introduce yourself. What is your name, age, and where are you from?
My name is Drake Gurley. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Anderson, South Carolina. I currently reside in Panama City Beach, Florida.
What is your role in the family? Where do you fall in line?
I fall in line as the younger brother and of one sibling and about three siblings that are kind of just there. They're not really actually blood related. And was the youngest until little Aiden was born about 2 months ago in September.
What is your role in the? What is your backstory? Where did you grow up, go to school, etc.?
I grew up in Anderson, South Carolina until around middle school. In sixth grade, when I moved here, and had an awful seventh grade. What?
To Panama City Beach.
To Panama City Beach, and had awful seventh and eighth grade year, and then in ninth grade, everything got a little better.
Describe your siblings to us. Walk us through each one and describe their personalities.
Well, first there's Jaylee. She's my actual sister. She's the only one that's always been there, other than my parents. And she's been the only person that I can ever really talk to my entire life. Then there's Rachel, and Rachel is sort of new in the past couple years, but I feel like I've really grown to know her a lot. And I guess Trevor counts because he's my brother-in-law, probably soon. And he's pretty cool. I like hanging out with Trevor and playing games with Trevor. And we fight a lot because he is really irrational, and I don't want to go into detail about that. Who else am I missing?
Who do you get along with the best?
Out of all my family, I think the person that I get along best is with Jaylee because we fight a lot, but she's the only person that I can really talk to, no matter what comes up.
Who do you not get along with?
The main person that I don't get along with is my mom because it seems like our personalities clash so badly that it doesn't seem like we ever have a friendly conversation that doesn't end in violence, verbally at least.
Who are the biggest personalities in your family? Explain why.
The biggest personalities in my family probably start with my mom. She's really loud, and she always has her own opinion, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it can be. And then next down the line is probably Jaylee, because she is, I don't know what you are.
Say that the next biggest personality is Rachel.
The next biggest personality is Rachel. She's
loud. She voices her opinion.
she's
Okay, all right, you ready? No. Let's just start over. We'll cut it out. Okay, who are the biggest personalities in the family? Explain why.
Okay. The biggest personalities in the family probably start with my mom. She's really loud and she's always very apparent. And Aiden, he's really loud too. He loves to scream when he's hungry. First instinct is not anything but loud screeching noises that just hurt.
What are some struggles that you and your family are currently dealing with, or just you and yourself?
I think the main struggles that we're dealing with are probably the fact that we have an infant and a bunch of people that work all the time. So we have to make sure that there's always someone here to watch him, and someone is always dedicated completely to watching him. And that makes it really difficult, especially when people love to fight and scream at each other a lot, because no one in my family really knows how to deal with confrontation, so they just yell a lot.
Where does some of the stress in your life come from?
Most of the stress in my life probably comes from my family and the fact that everyone likes to yell and scream, and then they wonder why I never really want to hang out with them, and they get mad at me for not hanging out with them, and then they want to scream more, and it's kind of like a really bad cycle that just repeats itself a lot.
Do you have any family members who are gay? If so, what was it like when you found out? Were you surprised?
When I found out that Rachel was gay and Kelsey, her and Rachel were together, it wasn't that big of a surprise because I can't say that I expected it, but I didn't really care. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm not really that opposed to that sort of thing. So it doesn't really bother me, and I've never really given it a second thought, honestly.
Okay. What is your best night day that you've ever had?
I think the best day I ever had was when I went to Orlando to Mayhem Fest, and or when I went to Orlando for Warped Tour. They pretty much the best thing in my life is music, and I love listening to music and hearing my favorite people live and getting to be able to experience that with my best friends.
What is something that would surprise us to learn? Something that we would never know by looking at you.
I think something that would surprise you is that I love to act and I love to perform for people and I love to make people smile and I love it when I'm the person who makes them smile and when that them giving me their attention, they enjoy giving me their attention. I like that.
What's the most trouble that you've ever been in? What happened?
The most trouble I've ever been in was when my best friend was caught smoking weed and his dad called and got me in trouble. And that's probably one of the worst troubles I've ever been in my life because I don't really get in trouble that often. I wasn't really expecting it. I was just hanging out and then was told that my friend was in trouble and then I was probably going to get in trouble. So I was kind of prepared for it, but I wasn't really sure what was going to happen.
What are some fun, cool events you have coming up? Big milestones, reunions, parties, question mark.
I think some of the big things that are coming up are things like being able to drive. I'm really looking forward to being able to drive myself to school and not having to worry about getting other people to do things for me. And really looking forward to the holidays. Holidays are going to be great. I can't wait to get around the Christmas tree and eat Thanksgiving and hang out with everybody and not yell and scream at each other.
Why should your family be on TV?
Because I seem to find other people.
My family should be
Oh, crap. Have I not been doing
on.
that?
No, you have.
No.
I've been listening.
Okay. I think that my family should be on TV because they are definitely the odd one when it comes to everyone that I know. I seem to always think that when I go to people's houses and I notice that no one else really lives outside of the norm and they pretty much go throughout their everyday life not really changing what they do. And I feel like every day is different here and you never know what to expect. So I don't think that it's entertaining. I think that you can just watch people in this house and be entertained by it, and that's how I feel sometimes, is that you can just sit back and enjoy what people in this house do with their time, and I don't know, I think that we're special. We're different. And then when we're all together, it's especially different because I think we all clash personality-wise, and nobody really has the same type of personality. Okay.
Bye, thank you. We love you.
Bye.